All your favorite guilty pleasure reality shows from Bravo, Drag Race, and just about everything in between.
Listen to A Gay and His Envy on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts. I'm Eamon.
I'm Merlin.
And we're a gay
and his NB.
Are you a reality television connoisseur?
Do you like it discussed from an LGBTQ lens?
If so, A Gay and His Envy is the podcast for you.
Hear us break down all your favorite guilty pleasure reality shows from Bravo, Drag Race, and just about everything in between.
Listen to A Gay and His Envy on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts.
The Wrestling Mayhem Show. Since 2006, the pioneer in pro wrestling podcasting.
This show is brought to you by IndieWrestling.us and IndieWrestling.network for your independent wrestling entertainment. Slice on Broadway, supporting Pittsburgh podcasting with the perfect pepperoni pizza.
Just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Don't give up what you want, take it back. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Do what you have to do, make it last. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Don't run, boy, this will change the back.
It is Wrestling Mayhem Show 982. Tuesdays we've been talking professionalized wrestling. And T-Pop is here. That's the corner. That's the corner. Hey.
No, wait, no, you're...
What? Oh,
you're,
the pointing's happening. It's happening early in the show here. So, yeah, we got that.
Wait.
Wait. So the Riz is here pointing at people for some reason.
Go in the corner. Do the thing.
What are you doing?
What corner?
Go in the bottom right.
This is great for an audio podcast.
Yeah. Go up. There we go.
Are we doing Are we doing the MXN?
Tip it. Yep.
Yep. Okay, just the tips. Okay, there you go.
But yeah, I guess we can say the boys are back in town.
The boys are back in town.
The boys are back in town.
The Riz is here, as well as contributor on all of wrestling in the area. True Prince Pro T-Pop is with us. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Can't believe I was allowed back on.
Yeah, of course. It's just like, remembering to do a Patreon night, which I'm terrible with scheduling and stuff, right? So anyways, we also have with us a myriad of interns. We have intern Tony is here.
Hello.
Thank you for saying. This is an audio podcast for some people.
We had a whole thing about just touching the.
Yeah. There's that whole thing too. We're great. It's okay. That's for the TikTok. Also, intern Mac is back.
Hello.
Caught up on the homework. We're gonna do one. I know we put a second one in there, but we're gonna do that next week. So 2 weeks later, we're going to get to the Trick or Street fight.
Just a little past Halloween.
Little bit past Halloween. Just a touch past Halloween, but that's okay. We're working on your volumes over here too. Oh, no, that's too much room. Anyways, so we got a lot to talk about, and you guys in the chat room as well. Please contribute throughout the evening, and we got a lot of things going on here in the wrestling world, locally and abroad, and maybe some behind the scenes kind of talk as well. So, anyways, I think the biggest thing to talk about here is going to be John Cena is your new Intercontinental Champion. Listen, guys, I was traveling a bit yesterday and didn't get a chance to watch Raw live, and literally after the John Cena segment, which is the first 45 minutes of the show, the promos going into the wrestling match with Dominic Mysterio for the Intercontinental Championship in Boston, mind you, which was tremendous there. I saw little bits and pieces on social media what happened. I honestly did not care to watch the rest of Raw after that. So, because that's all I needed was the John Cena moment, to be quite honest. And it looked like everything's just setting up for Survivor Series. So I'm kind of okay with that. I'm kind of over it at this point. So, man, John Cena's making moments going out the door, isn't he?
Oh yeah.
So now, does he keep the belt until the last show?
What else is he doing? He's only got. I guess he could defend it at Survivor Series, right?
You can defend it.
You got a story there. You can
defend it against somebody who kind of deserves a title. Or may get beat by a mystery opponent that deserves to not face a mystery opponent.
Or does he hold on to it because now we got a tournament for his last match?
Right.
So wouldn't that be a good pickup for that opponent that potentially beats him in his last match, right? Going out the door. You make somebody going out. I mean, right? Like looking at the landscape, as far as I understand it, for the tournament now, like Rusev moved forward, didn't he? I believe.
Yeah, so Rusev and Sheamus.
So we'll obviously have a rematch there of some sort. But no, I could see him because Rusev's been going over after the IC championship. So, we kind of somebody in the comments says, Rusev as a last match would be disrespectful to John Cena or something like that. Right. I'm just like, really? So people went hard on the comments this week, guys. Like, there's some opinions.
It's WWE. So
it's a wrestling community. Yes.
Have a opinion about something, and Thornberry's sword.
Okay. I got you, and we'll take care of that.
Did someone say opinions?
Oh, the opinionated is here. 1 second.
Our very own Nigel Thornberry is here.
Our Nigel Thornberry.
You missed that entire segment.
Mad Mike just dropped in here, so I'm just going to drop this on it too. So, Mike, how you doing?
Stork, it's been a week.
I'm trying to give you a full
only
screen.
Tuesday.
It's been a week. It's only Tuesday. I've had a day off.
Mm-hmm.
It's just been a week.
Excellent.
It's been a week.
So, John Cena won the IC belt in Boston last night, Mike. Your thoughts?
Travis Sham mockery.
Travis what?
A Travis Sham mockery.
Tell me more.
Dirty Dom was robbed.
Travis Scott mockery.
Robbed, I tell you. A Travis Scott mockery. That's what it is. I hope Dom gets his win back.
Yeah,
I hope Dom gets his win back.
That's one of the three things I can see happening. Like, they just did it to just have him lose next week, or at SummerSlam.
Because I could see Dom asking for a rematch in the Garden, and the Vision somehow costing Cena the match, thus entering him into. Do we have a Regal button anywhere? Regal.
You should just do it. You should just do it at this point.
War Games.
War Games. Yes.
Yeah.
I love Regal. Also has become the the Farouk Dam gimmick.
Yep.
Just Regal gets called in for on-camera spots just to yell War Games at people.
One word.
So, which is not a bad gig to have, right?
No.
So
absolutely not. I would if my only job was to yell War Games, that'd be great.
Mm-hmm.
But would you want John Cena in War Games?
Yes.
Kinda, yeah.
Absolutely. Are you kidding me?
Mm-hmm.
Of course I would.
Dangerous match.
He's never done it before. Well, we don't have to worry about him getting injured for too long.
He will give Bronson Reed a super AA through a table to end that match.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And especially if the rumor that Brock Lesnar is going to be on the Visions team, Cena can get his win back against Brock.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Is this true? So we can kind of tie everything up with a bow and then do our tournament championship thing out the door on the last night.
And then we can all look forward to Javon Evans versus John Cena on Saturday
night.
That
match. Like the way they are setting this up with WWE versus NXT, that is the match that they should have. Unless it's Obafemi.
Actually, you know what I would like to see, because it would make sense storyline wise. Trick Williams.
Trick, yeah, I can see Trick.
Because John Cena, when he went to NXT, the one time he was there, that was the start for Trick turning on Mello, for Trick becoming who he is now. That actually, in storyline, if we're actually looking at crafting something, makes the most sense.
So let's talk about
Trick Williams makes the most sense. As much as we all want to see Gunther chop the shit out of Cena, I think Trick Williams makes the most sense.
And you alluded to something else, because there's another announcement went with it that they are going to do the Saturday night's main event. Am I getting this right? It's going to be NXT people versus main roster, correct? For matches to feature people.
Supposedly,
yeah.
That's what I've heard.
So
it's just going to be. I think it's because it's the big guys giving the little guys a shot, kind of like how the Kurt Angle gave John Cena his start.
Yeah. What and also kind of harkens back to the original U.S. title Open Challenge that he used to have too, because that's where Sami Zayn got his first look on the main roster, and a lot of other guys too. And we're continuing that now.
Cesaro, a bunch of guys.
Owens.
Owens, yeah.
Like attempting to make some of those guys, right? And that's continuing. I'm loving Dragunov is having some tremendous matches. I saw clips of the one, some highlights of the one between him and Gargano this past week, too. So again, traveling, kind of hard to keep up with things. But
somebody again going back to comments. Somebody in the comments goes, "Can somebody please tell Ilya Dragunov that wrestling isn't real?"
Yes.
The one shot of him just giving an elbow to Johnny Gargano looked like it caved in his face.
So serious, but that's one of the big things.
Wrestling isn't real.
He's so intense. You got to tell some of the indie guys that wrestling is so intense with Dragunov, right? Like, and that's tremendous. Like, it's rare for him to have a match where he's not incidentally bleeding. You know, and the guy doesn't know how to not go hard, right? And
now that he's like bulked up too, like
yes,
he looks even more of a monster.
Yes,
yeah, like I don't know how he bulked up in all that time off, but he looks like crazy.
His finishing move is literally just standing above you and dropping an forearm elbow to your face and then landing on you for the pin. And it freaking works, man. Because he just hammers that down. It looks like he just did a straight down knockout shot on you when it's executed perfectly. And it's just so good. Like, I believe just you draping over the dude is all you need, right? Which actually is more because he got more body weight on somebody. So that actually physics makes sense. So, no, Dragunov is tremendous. I don't know where he goes. But he's definitely on that like watch out list. He's in that spot where like Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne were years ago, but I feel like he's being given so much more. And I think it's the environment and the timing of it too. So, you know.
Yeah. Well, Dragunov's a guy I feel like in like the next year he's gonna be like already challenging world titles and potentially main eventing pay-per-views and stuff.
I'm worried that he's a smaller guy, so he's going to be more in that Daniel Bryan with more intensity kind of spot, if that makes sense. Which, is not a bad spot to be in, but I don't know. I'm worried he's not going to be taken as seriously as the other guys.
I see that.
I mean, you say that. But sorry, let's go ahead.
I was going to say, I see that and I hear what you're saying, but the person that really likes the big brawny, strong Brock Lesnar types no longer works here.
And maybe that's the thing because he is 5'10".
Seth Rollins wouldn't be that's true. Like Seth Rollins wouldn't be champ right now.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right.
Also, like Braun Breaker is the guy that they're pushing to the moon. He ain't a huge guy.
No.
He's big.
I'm several inches taller than him.
Do you want me to?
I know that for a fact. I talked to the man. Like,
hey, can we clip this and just send it to Braun Breaker?
Sure, that's fine. I also told him that I thought Cena should win at WrestleMania, do an open challenge, and Breaker answers it the night after Raw, and he said he wished that would happen. So he and I are cool.
All right, there's a Sorg for scale.
We had macaroons together.
Tastes like freedom, Sorg.
There you go. It does taste like freedom. That is what it says, isn't it? I don't know if that's what freedom's supposed to. Just kind of tastes like some smooth vodka to me.
Honestly, yeah, freedom tasting like vodka kind of tracks.
Man, we do have Christmas specials coming up, and there's a whole bottle of vodka sitting back there with.
Oh man, I have to start writing music
with Braun's name on it. So I don't know what we're gonna do for Christmas. I just started thinking about it this week.
I gotta start writing music.
Do we do another STD Christmas special?
That's up to you and Chess
and your liver.
And my liver.
Can you survive another STD?
It's up to you and your liver.
Well, we didn't really do a drinking thing, did we?
I would get a doctor's permission before doing another STD.
I do have a checkup here in a couple weeks. 2 weeks, I think.
There you go.
Yeah. So that is the thing that's happening. So be like, hi, how's my liver? And how's... Does this look infected? And the usual questions. So, but anyways, no, I love that. I love that it was kind of out of left field. I love that it is like the one championship he never got his hands on, right? So, it was just a matter of timing, wasn't it? Because he was just on the other program at that point.
Well, no, Yeah, it was a matter of timing, and also by the time he moved over to where the IC title was, he was literally world champion coming in as far as the draft.
And then when he came back around, he did do the U.S. title Open Challenge run too. But again, he was on that other show, so he could have done it either way, to be honest. So. No, it was really cool. I understand. I did not see the clip, but I saw the post about it. Nikki Bella turned on Stephanie Vacure, and
to the shock of just only one person in that arena.
I was going to say one person.
One person. And that person was Stephanie McCurr.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yes. To which I think the crowd responded, Cena left you.
Yeah, but to be fair, and again, I'm a New Yorker. That's Boston for you.
That's Boston for you.
I mean, everybody in that relationship is now happy. Yeah, they're married.
Sure.
They're with somebody they like.
I love
John Cena's doing things.
Like, Riz is like, they found love. Everything's okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
I found love in a broken place. They found a love in a warm embrace.
Did you know the Riz is the hopeless romantic of the Wrestling Mayhem show?
I like to think we all are.
Romantics, yeah.
I like to think we all are. We're in a deeply committed relationship to wrestling.
Yeah, very.
and we always want it to be better. If that's not hopeless romantics, I don't know.
Oh man! Welcome to the Wrestling Mayhem Show, the only podcast that needs to go into couples counseling with its subject matter.
Isn't that what we do every week?
And Potter
did tell us we are like abusive to. We're in an abusive relationship.
He did at a certain point, and as Potter reminds us, I hope both teams have fun. So
yes.
So
I should have worn my shirt.
Is Dom getting his rematch? Is the other question that's coming up here. I think. Again, I think it'd be great if he's in the tournament.
Here's the thing: if he doesn't, then that final match has to be for the Intercontinental title.
Does it?
It doesn't have to be, but it probably will.
No, I think it does, and it changes who I want to win the whole damn tournament.
Mm-hmm. Definitely Rusev now.
No, Shamus.
Really?
Oh, yes.
Sheamus won his first world title off the back of John Cena
by accident, if I recall.
By accident.
It was
Cena falling off the middle rope through a table.
Yes, like stepping through the table too.
I say we run it back.
It's a table match, and then this time
a tables match for the IC title on Saturday night's main event, and we run it back, and they tease the spot.
I am only with you if we also make it a WLC.
Yes. I agree.
Sure.
And it'd be cool considering even Sheamus was Edge's last opponent when he was in WWE too.
Ooh, okay.
And I think Sheamus deserves it for everything he's been there for. And how good he's been doing the last few years, especially.
No, absolutely.
And Sheamus going for the IC title and trying to retire Cena, that's a story right there. The story right there.
Another guy that was big around the same time, right, on the come up was Cena on top. Kind of made each other for a bit there. So no, I think that makes a lot of sense there. So,
but if they don't put that, if it's not Dom and if it's not the winner of the tournament, I think honestly, if they're doing like a one-off match. And it's not one of those two, I think LA Knight should win it.
No, he should not go back down to the IC title.
Yeah, but the IC title and being the one that beat John Cena, I almost think a heel should beat John Cena because they can.
Yes, a heel
hold that over.
Why not?
Right. So we're in agreement. It should be Austin Theory.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely, that man had his chance.
He did.
How about Kofi?
That man had his chance, and Cena was 1,000% right about him.
How about Kofi?
I have a contender because if his last match is now for the IC title, I don't want it to be Gunther.
Okay.
No.
Because no, we've run that road. Gunther doesn't need the IC title again. But in keeping with the theme of WWE versus NXT, Boba Femi.
Oh, that's good. That is good. He's
very good.
And he's been on the cool off. I don't know if there's an injury involved, but he's been on the cool off lately. Last I know, he's been off TV. So,
as far as I'm concerned, he's on the Rumble lead up. That's what he's on.
I think that's you're going to see the comeback of that. You're going to see Gunther. You're going to see a lot of those guys come back around then. Maybe who knows? Maybe you surprise Seth Rollins if he's healed in time, right? So.
No, there's no way Seth's going to be back in time.
Oh, is Seth making Mania?
No, because of where the Rumble is this year, there aren't going to be any surprises.
Oh yeah, it's going to be a lot harder.
There can't be.
Wait,
there can't be any surprises.
It's in Saudi this year, right?
It's in Saudi, so everyone's going to see who's there in town.
Ooh,
I don't think there's a way to sneak anyone over there.
Hey, I'm sure they'll figure it out by now, right?
I mean,
how would you wait? So what's the situation there that you're definitely going to see everybody? I don't understand.
Flight logs.
Just reports.
Okay.
Flight logs, stuff like that. Like
okay. You can't drive somebody there and hide them. So, so somebody gets in the luggage and
no, you definitely do not pull people in. That would not be That would not be stellar.
Either way, we're getting some more stuff here. But in the meantime, I want to give a shout out to our friends that are supporting the show, like T-Pop here on patreon.com/WrestlingMayhem Show. You never know when the Mayhem signal is going to come up and be like, yeah, let's get some different people on the show tonight. But thank you everybody that does support the show, including our friends at the fan of the show level. You know the cue, guys. Bo Diggity! Woo! Mac did it too. and our friends at Team Hammerfist, Tupac family, Bubba Brewer, Jason French at the Poppy Club level, Dave Pop Potter, Rats and Trenchcoat, Tinny Kincaid, T-Pop, True Prince of Pro, who's on the show right now. Yeah, double T-Pop for the Patreon. There you go.
Before we continue with the Patreon real quick, do you have the image that they put up for Tony Kincaid for this week's show?
I will get it. I will not be able to get it immediately, but we will get to that. Also at the Pizza Club level, The Riz and Justin Cleaver. And at the manager level, Bradley.
I'll have to do that. Bam.
Hey, you got a new picture, actually, that you could use. Have you seen this?
Oh, is it the tag rope? Is it?
VCW did a VIP situation on Friday night down there in McMecken, or as our friends at Saturday Night Special say, McChicken, West Virginia. And I love this picture that he showed me this at intermission, and I know it's been all over. Oh, of course, it's his thing. So they got to take pictures in the ring, and this is what came up. Felix causes sidewall slamming some friend of his, and Betty Frenzy is, I think that's her name, is grabbing his. Look, Rosie's in the background too, and Bradley's on the corner trying to reach for the tag there. He did show me him, but I let him know, hey, it's a great picture, Bradley, but I noticed you have no draw in the crowd. So those seats are empty. But yeah, there you go. So
to be fair, actually, that is the best draw that Bradley has ever had.
It showed. There you go. So it was a lot of fun there. We'll get to that in a moment. But in the meantime, I do want to mention, once again, not caught up on NXT, but I'm seeing what's the beautiful thing about wrestling? When something cool is happening, you're going to see it on your social media, right? And some of the stuff this last couple weeks was seeing Thea Hale and Joe Hendry pretty much becoming a team up and harassing Ethan Page and Chelsea Green. Chelsea Green, who won back, is now her second term as U.S. champion, women's U.S. champion.
The first and fourth
U.S. champion.
The longest second reigning women's United States champion in history. And long may she reign.
Long may she reign, and also the mixed tag team champions, and then so I'm loving that kind of stuff. So also where Bradley's calves slapped in that one. So
does Bradley have calves?
That's a good point too. So, anyways, and there is a video about Chelsea getting creamed and hanging out with Ethan Page and Matt Cardona.
Someone responded to it. You'll never guess who.
Which one are you talking about? Because, are you talking about the legal notice that came up?
What? No, I'm talking about the Matt Cardona.
Oh, Matt Cardona response. Oh no, I remember Matt Cardona
where she was like, "I've never been creamed like that before," and it cuts to Zack Ryder in a wheelchair going, "What?"
Well, there's also a cease and desist that's come out that Tina shared over on the Discord.
Fantastic.
Wait.
Oh, from Luca Crispino, of course.
Wait.
Oh yeah.
Remind us who Luca Crucifino is, Esquire.
He's the litigator. He was the litigator of the D'Angelo family.
That's good. Okay. All right. Oh, that's right. That's one of the guys there. But yeah, there's a cease and desist on the Chelsea Got Pied to the melody of Bye Bye Miss American Pie, and the tweet followed you in Miss Tio's unprovoked pie attack on us. So remember, they came out of a
pie-voked.
They what? They pie-voked them?
Unpie-voked, if you will.
So there you go. I love when law gets into wrestling like that. So
I like how during the music video that somehow they just Joe Hendry kind of gave Matt Cardona a stray shot with
Well, did you see Matt Cardona selling the shirts now?
Of course he's selling the shirts.
He made the shirt that was in the parody video. And he was like, "Oh, thanks for plugging my new merch."
Fantastic.
Now, while we're on the topic of Matt Cardona, he's the mystery next week in the Garden, right?
Next week in the Garden?
Oh, what's the mystery? Yeah. What's the setup for this, Mike, for those who don't know?
For the Cena tournament.
Oh, okay. Oh, that'd be tremendous.
That's what I'm assuming.
Who's the one for Raw? Is the mystery opponent?
No, Raw. I'm assuming is Matt Cardona because it's an NSG.
Who's he facing?
Solo.
I
believe it's Solo.
That'd be a first time.
Yeah, I can see that. Now for SmackDown, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Is it Edge?
No. Everyone stop with this bullshit. It's not
so mad
Edge.
about it.
So then who do you think it is?
My God, it's Joe Hendry.
See, I had a different thought.
Chelsea just won the women's U.S. title. They are promoting a tag match on NXT. The reason Nick Aldis didn't announce it because he didn't want to say his name.
That's true. But I think T-Pop has my thought process on this.
I thought it would be Nick Aldis.
Exactly.
That's why he didn't want to announce it.
I don't think he would have his return to wrestling on a random episode of SmackDown in a match he's probably going to lose.
I think, of course, he would.
I mean, he's hardly ever going to get to wrestle again anyway.
Yeah.
You know who I'd love it to be? You know who I'd love it to be, and it's not going to be him.
Boba Femi.
No.
Omos.
I'm afraid I have some bad news.
Ooh.
I would lose my shit. If we got, for one night only, the return of Bad News Barrett and the Barrett Barrage.
Watch it be Michael Cole.
Well, because
he just takes
Barrett
off his...
still takes pot shots at Cena all the time. But I'm pretty sure it's Joe Hendry on SmackDown and Matt Cardona.
I did find it funny when people were speculating that it could be Nick Aldis when they announced like the first two matches and the other two, that if it was Nick Aldis, he would have been the youngest person in this tournament. And he doesn't wrestle.
Wow.
Because he's younger than everyone else that was wrestling.
Well, no, now Javon's in it, so.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, of the first four matches that were announced, he would have been the youngest to pop up.
Almost.
Hear me out. What if both of the mystery people were the general managers? Like on SmackDown you have Nick Aldis, on Raw you have Scrap Daddy Adam Pearce. Just bring it back. Just bring back the singlet.
Oh, they've teased both of them before and never gave it to us.
What if it's Corey Graves?
Oh, that'd be something.
That'd be fun.
I know there's a certain match that we cannot end with because of certain circumstances, retirement, and physical ailments. But I would not hate the idea of a special guest referee for the final match in one Kurt Angle.
I can see that.
Mm-hmm. I think
he's the first.
We
guy.
can't do the
But
match.
can he ref?
No.
I don't know. I mean, I honestly don't know the answer to that. He was putting somebody in an ankle lock at a Costco over the weekend that I saw.
That means nothing.
It means something.
Did he have to slide to the ground and count a 3 count?
No. But still, like, you really think he's sliding to the ground? No, he's gonna listen.
He's gonna. Pop.
There's some referees that we're aware of here, even here in Pittsburgh, that I love. But I hate. I worried every time they went down for the 3 count because they've been around for a while, And we've seen like Kurt Angle's going to be like, okay, get down to the thing and 1, 2, kind of thing. And it's not like it's not like a super indie match or something with all the flippy guys or something like that. That's where I get concerned. I think he's going to be okay and work with Cena and their opponent. So but that's an idea that's going around, but in my head at least. So. Anyways, hey, a lot of stuff going on here, including this past weekend over in IndieWrestling.us. 880 Wrestling was on fire on Thursday. Holy crap. And, of course, Friday was the VCW Victory Rumble. We'll talk about it more in a moment here. A lot of course, VCW is very good at moments. And everything from a love story between Super Oprah and you won't believe who in the Rumble, and so much more, and even just Beastman just kind of not understanding how a Rumble works and throwing objects at the entrance, up in the entrance kind of situation. So
Beastman threw things into the ring.
I know. We got 880 Wrestling every Thursday night. This Friday, we actually have Top Rope Tabletop featuring the RWA Heavyweight Champion. Crash is going to be joining as a guest on that. And, of course, RWA's open season will be this Saturday, including NWA Power own Pretty Boy Smooth and so much more. So looking forward to a lot of that, and we'll talk a bit about that in a moment. But in the meantime, I want to, before we get to kind of our local stuff, I want to bring up a couple of stories that were going on. Like, we'll have a little bit of an indie segment here and talk about this kind of stuff. There were 2 announcements, I think both over this last week. I'm trying to find a date on this other one here. Oh, this is from back in September, actually. So the news came out this week that Deadlock Pro Wrestling has announced that they're going on hiatus. I did briefly meet the Deadlock guys on another project down south, I think about a year ago. So, great crew down there and everything. So, and of course, a lot of people love the Deadlock Pro. And also classically, this is a company that started from a few people that had a podcast, apparently. So when I kind of say, oh, it'd be weird if I was a podcast and made a wrestling promotion, they always bring up Deadlock to me, when I pontificate on that crazy idea of starting a promotion sometime.
We've always done that too, sort of.
I know, right? I know. So, and of course, they're going on hiatus. I mean, it was a lot about, I think it was a lot about the energy from their statement, if I recall. I read that yesterday. But also along with that, another one that's been doing great stuff over the years, Prestige Wrestling, based out of Portland. And there's only so many promotions in the Northwest. For instance, of course, our friends at Defy Wrestling. Looking forward. I just got the final confirmation. I'll be heading out there for next Friday's event for the Defy Aeon. I think I'm saying that right, Rich. Please tell me. But yeah, so it's to see something like Prestige, which did some really cool stuff. That one of those kind of like Defy, you just saw a lot of really good bookings and dream matches kind of come out of a promotion like that. So and these are the bigger ones, and I think it's worth a conversation of first of all, independent wrestling's hard. We know several people who run promotions in and outside of the area, and and I don't know, we hear we hear the frustrations, which I think anybody that's running something big like this is going to happen, right? And these were
like if A doesn't happen, we're closing the doors. If B doesn't happen, we're done for the year.
Some people say that all three of those things in the same show too. Like that's that too. I love
thinking of the same somebody, sir.
I love watching wrestlers do a couple of spot shows, and I remember working with a few of them, and they're just like, I'm never doing this again. I'm just like, you will, you actually will, and so, but anyways. So, I think it's, these are going to come and go. None of these are making money hand over fist to be a, upward momentum kind of thing. You know what I mean? So, independent wrestling is difficult. There's a lot of factors that go into it. And it's got to be harder even now. It's got to be harder this month because of flights are really kind of bonkers and everything. We've seen the roller coaster. We were part of Warrior Wrestling was starting to tour for a bit there, and then had to go on a hiatus themselves. And actually, Warrior Wrestling coming back in December. So really cool to see that. I love those guys. I know they've been doing brewery shows, these interesting concept shows for the last year or two. So there is a little bit, and these guys could come back. They maybe just need to take a breather. Because I don't know how long Prestige or Deadlocked ran, but we've had a lot of these conversations too. VCW, like they took almost a year hiatus, not counting a Fire Hall show they did back in I think February. And then they came back and did a show was that August, I think. And then, just recently 2PW once again took a year hiatus. Everybody needed a breather. And came back and had the best numbers that they've ever had. So, and they're coming back in February. I think February and May they have dates now. So you're kind of seeing the formula shift here locally because it used to be every company had a monthly show. And now we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-ish, 6, 7. Yeah, we had 6, 7 companies doing monthly shows. That is a grind. Don't get me started on a weekly show. So to see these guys, flake out, not flake out, that's not the proper word, but just flame out, I think is appropriate. Yeah, burn out, absolutely is kind of expected at this point. You know what I mean? So it's, and I just want to kind of address that here and see if you guys had any thoughts on this.
And I'll also defer to the T-Pop here in a minute, but from the ones that I've seen for Deadlock Pro, it started off hot. Like there wasn't like a increase in attention. It was like, oh, they grabbed, they grabbed all these top names. Violence is Forever came over there. Grizzled Young Vets came over. Like there were they were top people. They had their own streaming service at one point. Emi Sakura came over. Like it was a big deal. And I think like that was their first year. Like in that first year, like they had to make sure it goes up. But in that same vein, a lot of things went up with it. So I think, like you mentioned, they got burnt out because of a lot of different issues. Like they had to fill in their streaming service. They had to fill in. I think they were doing what? Like they were doing weekly. They were kind of doing weekly shows, but I think it was more of a best of, or not a best of, a clip show more or less.
I think like Defy did a similar thing for Pluto TV that was called Defy Now, perhaps. Like there was a formula for this. I think a lot of these guys on this level were kind of following.
But I feel like their mixture of top talent mixed in with North Carolinian middle of the road, the talent over in around that area.
The regional talent, yeah. I mean, you see this too. Warrior Wrestling, we're bringing so many names, but you had a lot of the freelance wrestling kind of kids in there that filled things out. Trevor Outlaw is one I think is a local guy. And Chicago's got a great like that area over there. And yeah, kids from Black and Brave, Seth Rollins' school over in Iowa is not that far away. I think it's 2 or 3 hours away. So you're seeing a lot of those kids come into the Chicago area too. So like Chicago's flush with talent, and a lot of people stopping through there.
If it wasn't for, and I'll again defer to T-Pop for this. If it wasn't for like Deadlock Pro, we wouldn't have Javon Evans.
There you go. Perfect case in point.
But yeah, like I don't think we get that talent as we know it here.
Well, I think you remember that. A lot of these places come up as incubators. T-Pop, what you think?
To me, like Deadlock, when you look at it, it was kind of like early ROH, where it was like you were discovering new talents there, but they were also still bringing in these big names to be like, oh, look at this. And then, you'll see like LeBron Cozone, who's been like their top guy the last year, a year or two maybe. And he's just like incredible, but like you don't see him many other places. And it's just like, that's like the place that was like breeding these new talents that were popping up. And now it's like, where are they going to go after now? Well, it's like a big company like that goes away. Are like these other bigger indies going to be like, hey, this area has talent. Let's bring them to us.
Well, I think when we talk about, we're talking about the Charlotte, Carolina area, I think, with Deadlocked, correct? You do have Ashe Wrestling, which is tremendous. What they're doing down there, more of a for the culture show. I think they're still in that vein. Last I knew, and I remember they had a streaming show that a free streaming show. So I was catching up with them a couple months ago, and so they're not without companies with exposure that are good at putting that out there. So. But obviously there's less, but I think they're going to be just fine. Or somebody else is going to pick up, or Deadlock will come back in a year when everybody's had a breath. Who knows?
Like, I feel like, and again, going back to one of those moments, I think watching the first live stream of Deadlock Pro was the first instance that there was this guy named. Like I'm looking at this name. It was Calvin Tankman versus somebody named Bojack. Oh yeah. And I'm looking at this. I'm like, I'm thinking to myself. I'm like, this guy named himself after BoJack Horseman. What's like that was my first start. Wait, that was my first.
He might have named himself after a Dragon Ball villain.
Also true. Probably the latter, because when he came out. And he did the things that he did in that ring. He was bigger than Calvin Tankman, but he still performed amazingly. Like I that's where I was like, oh gosh, this company is amazing.
Hey, Riz, just this is a little bit of a callback to earlier in the show, but I heard something by accident that kind of inspired me. Remember you talking about Oba Femily earlier?
Boba Femi?
Well, that's okay. You know what I heard? Boba Femi.
Oh my. No.
That's for you, Riz.
Well, that's in my memory now.
Yep, that's burned in your soul. Anyways.
It would be his Grogu.
Okay, I need some more time over here with the AI. Anyway, so like I said, speaking of indies, and we mentioned what you guys that came on hiatus are coming out hot right now. With VCW, the Victory Rumble was this past weekend, and part of that, intern Mac had your first show that was not 880. That was a ring that was not a foot from the ground, and in front of a pretty big seated crowd. I kind of wanted to touch base with you and see kind of your vibe after doing a show like that versus what you're used to doing on Thursday nights. I kind of asked you this on the car right there. You might need to point your mic a little more at your mouth there. So what did you learn mostly from the VCW on Friday?
My shoulder hurt a lot afterwards. Like a lot.
There's that, yes.
It was...
I work on upper body strength.
Always.
It was just like, it was a much different environment. It was, I I don't want to say less relaxed, but I was a lot more stressed because I was at 880. I'm like, if I mess up, like, yeah, it sucks, but like,
it's training. It's training.
It's training.
Yeah.
Whenever I was there, I was like, if I mess up, like, it's gonna be all over. I'm gonna be left here in West Virginia. And even like the energy of the crowd was just like, it was electric. Like, there were just so many people around, like being surrounded by people instead of just like having them in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. And by the very end, especially during the Rumble, I had no idea what to do. I was sitting there, I was just holding the camera. I was like, cool. I have a bunch of wrestlers like in frame. I have no idea what I'm supposed to be focusing on. But
that's okay. None of us really did. And there was a lot happening there. There were a lot of moments during that match. There was a lot of kissing Super Oprah in that match, including Beast. And then there's Felix Cause. That obviously it has quite an entrance there. So there you have. This was a classic Rumble, Royal Rumble style, and every minute somebody was coming out. So and I got to give credit. One of the most organized Rumbles I think we ever worked with, or at least attempted to organize. We can say that because there is definitely a point where the Beastman decided to just do other things than what was expected. I think this is when he starts going towards the entrance here, and we didn't know. We were just like, what is he doing over there? And we're trying to give a heads up on production to people coming through, and he's just throwing tables and guardrails and chairs at people as they're entering the ring. And then Papa Dingo comes out, and during a Rumble, they start fighting around the outside of the ring because why not? And I can't even find anything because this is all just a giant Rumble mess situation here. And I think you can see them fighting in the background during this segment here. Yep, there's a Beastman and a Papa Dingo just roaming the audience.
Sorry, that's the safest place in the Rumble.
In the crowd? Yeah, you're not getting eliminated, but I don't think it's good for the...
There aren't.
I don't think it's good for the safety of the fans.
That's the safety of the... I was going to say, it's not the safest place because the fans are there.
Mm-hmm.
I said the smartest place. I didn't say the safest.
Yeah, that's true. So, and we got to give props to our friend, Clayton King.
Friend Sorg.
Riz's friend, Clayton King, won the Victory Rumble, gets a title match, I presume, against Cowpoke Paul for the VCW Championship. And so there's that. Riz, as apparently the Leaders by Example approved member of the production team.
The only approved member.
The only approved member of the production team.
One day you'll get there too, Mac.
I don't know.
I mean,
Mac, have they expressed an opinion on you yet?
No, but I was hoping that if I kept like keeping the camera on them, they would accept me and they wouldn't hit me during the match.
Okay, all right.
They have accepted me into Leaders by Example, so of course they will probably put you at number 2 because they don't like Sorg. But
yeah, we have problems. That's true.
But yeah, Sorg, the smartest wrestlers lead by example, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
And that's why they won. That's it. That's why he won.
Also, referee George Ross was in a wrestling match.
Yeah.
It was a tag team match. They had partners. You probably don't know these guys unless you follow VCW. Paulie Kilpis came back. He's a mountain man. Last we saw him, he was in a evening gown match against a pirate, a mime, and another mountain man. So professional wrestling for you. That's a handicap match, 3-on-1. I don't believe he won that one, and he's disappeared ever since. But in the meantime, now I can't find it. But big match Bubby, because I know he has the clip there. So George Ross is hilarious because he's like, what am I doing here? And he gets in this match and things kind of work out for him. He went under the ring at some point, and then and they pulled a referee out of there. You see Nathan Ulrich and Josh Shields they're pulling him out, but eventually you notice that this is not George Ross, and George comes in and gives a pretty decent stunner, by the way. I got to give him credit for that one. So
I got to point out, the last two VCW shows we had George Ross do a stunner in this match, and then the last like the one leading up to this, he did a pretty damn good ankle lock.
That is true. I think there might have been an ankle lock in this one as well. So, so you got Paulie there, and you got that, and you're like, oh my God, that's not George. I missed the fingers. So, and there you go. Intern Mac with the finish shot, and George Ross is your. I don't even know what this was for, other than
you just do a diamond cutter, like the DDP taunt.
I don't. It was
Who
more.
knows?
Big hug.
You know, it's all about love there at VCW. So.
Oh God! Almost threw him out of the ring.
Oh yeah, you did almost throw him out of the ring. That's Kate Bradley would have caught him. So that was our fun this weekend in wrestling. So
there's more fun to be had this week, Sorg.
Oh, there is RWAs this weekend, and as a part of that, let's mention that real quick here, because there was an image you said that we needed to bring up here. There's some good stuff in there. So we J-Rock against Crash for the RWA Championship. Pretty Boy Smooth is going to be part of this once again. Actually, excuse me, the Thanksgiving Throwdown Heavyweight Title match, special stipulation to revenue is part of it as well. So that's going to be part of on IndieWrestling.us. Of course. And then what is happening here? What is Tony Kincaid and the turkey situation?
I don't know.
The best graphic ever.
Other than the best graphic ever. There you go.
For some reason, Tony Kincaid doesn't like this graphic.
I don't know what's wrong with it. Man,
Is it because he has too much plumage showing?
I really hope
That's
that
true.
RWA is about to adopt a loser wears the turkey get up thing.
Also, I just realized
from
there's
TNA.
a cowlick on top of his head.
I think it's from the turkey. There's
It's
an
from the
animated
turkey
version of
image.
this somewhere too. There we go. There's the animated version.
I didn't even see that.
Man, the Renegade Wrestling Alliance graphics department is so on point lately. So Pretty Boys. I'm excited for this actually. Pretty Boy Smooth and Damian Chambers. Damian Chambers was a part of a few years ago RWA. Early VCW is a very good wrestler that you guys should check out, and I'm looking forward to that because PB's been kind of just squashing people. Not squashing, but like they weren't getting much. Cristiano Argento, the former Mambo, another NWA guy, part of it. Lord Crew, another guy. That's part of against Gorgia Gregory, who had a great match. That's going to be fun. And this is from last time. Also, if you're interested, speaking of leaders by example, some guy named John against Pretty Boy Smooth is on our.
Sorg, when are you gonna let me do like deep fakes and stuff?
Deep fakes? Let you? What do you mean?
Like
Let you
AI
do
and-
deep fakes? You're doing ones of me all the time on Sora.
John's told me that you guys use like AI to manipulate stuff from RWA.
I don't know about that.
Maybe one day I'll be entered in that secret room, Sorg. But
Yeah, because I have to worry about. This is the kind of stuff I have to be worried about with my imagery on
Oh, you mean
Sora.
like the one where you're just yelling Pittsburgh Pirates over and over again with
Why?
with Mark Cuban?
Why are Potter and I are arm wrestling with no shirts on? And man, I wish my workout was doing that well.
Sorg, the best one I've done is the one where you're just buff Sorg holding a lightsaber.
Oh God, I have not looked
There's
at
the one
these
where
for
you're
a
just
little
passing
bit.
out. That's
I have not looked at these for a little bit. Oh no, there's a lot of wrestler ones. There's one. I think I did the one boxing a bear.
This is unnerving.
It is very unnerving.
Sora.com/Sorgatron. Have fun with it. I have my stuff
Nope.
out there.
Nope. I refuse.
Okay, if you're so
I
inclined.
refuse.
Yeah, these were
There
weird
you are.
too. Yeah.
Oh,
that's,
you're jacked in that one.
Jack
Yeah.
Sorg.
If only. Apparently, I got some cordio. I was stuck in a claw machine for a bit with a dog that resembles my dog, but not entirely. Then there's the
And he
Capybara.
turned into
Capybara.
Kamen Rider.
yeah. This is technology unleashed right here.
This is your fault, Sorg.
Listen, I don't know what people are going to use it for evil, for not great things. So, On that note, let's get rolling. We're gonna go to a break real quick, and we got to get back because we got to catch up. There's a trick or treat fight that we need to talk about as intern Max homework assignment. We'll be right back. T-Pop is with us, and so much more after this.
I'm Eamon.
I'm Merlin.
And we're a gay.
And his NB.
Are you a reality television connoisseur?
Do you like it discussed from an LGBTQ lens?
If so, A Gay and His NB is the podcast for you.
Hear us break down all your favorite guilty pleasure reality shows from Bravo, Drag Race, and just about everything in between.
Listen to A Gay and His NB on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts.
We are back, Wrestling Mayhem show. So many people here. T-Pop is here, True Prince of Pro, as well as the Riz, the Mad Mike, and then of course the interns are here as well. Intern Tony, allowed to speak up at some point if you got an opinion. You know that, right? Mm-hmm. I know your hard work on the social medias and everything for us. We appreciate it. Let people know and get into the show. And also, Intern Mac is here, and Intern Mac is new to professional wrestling, and yet. There was a point. I hope I didn't expose you too much, because at some point somebody explained like some of the spots for the Rumble, and I had to go, they've never seen the Royal Rumble. we have to like hold back a point, right? Because they were explaining shots that they wanted and stuff, right? I think at the point, right? And it was like, roll back a second. Also, I had to realize, I hope I didn't do this too much, but I forget that you don't know this roster.
I had no idea. Yeah, because you guys kept saying people were like, yeah, so-and-so. And I was like, I don't know who that is.
I was like, I need to go to good guy, bad guy, because I think that's a little clearer, if I'm not mistaken. If I said that, you mostly got that, right?
Probably.
Yeah. So, thankfully, like, the characters are pretty distinct, I feel, when we go to this promotion.
Mime.
What's that? Find the mime.
The mime.
Yeah, you saw a wrestling mime. What did you think about that one?
I rocked with it.
Yeah?
I like that he like stayed in like mime character like the entire time. Like, I don't think I would be able to do that, and I just thought it was super cool. Like, I didn't see him break at all.
Last match, he brought a grenade into the ring, exploded everybody. We saw in the Patreon, in another Fed promo, he brought in a gun, which I'm scared of now. But it's Jean Paul is an amazing character. But yeah, sorry, I didn't mean the sidetrack there.
No, that's fine. It's stuff I wanted to get to.
We have a homework assignment, Sword.
We do have a homework assignment. This is the actually, Mike, I think you had introduced this. Is that correct?
I did.
Okay, set us up here. It's been 2 weeks.
So when I did, it was we were approaching Halloween. We have now since passed Halloween, which honestly, we should do a tribute to the troops come Christmas time, since it's Veterans Day.
Yes.
Yeah, we should. Either that or an ROTC match. If you don't remember what that is,
no.
Good for you. If you do remember what that is, I'm sorry for you. I'm sorry to bring up that sense memory.
And by the way,
anyway,
the image for this match on the thumbnail is tremendous.
The thumbnail spoils part of the match, which is unfortunate.
Yes.
But my God, what a thumbnail!
What's happening here for those on audio right now?
It is Chelsea Green staring at Nikki Cross's head popping out of a table full of Kit Kats. Because Halloween.
Yeah. I thought there'd be more Snickers since they're a sponsor.
There are. No, trust me. They have enough Snickers. Especially around the holidays, because in the old building when I was there, they would just have those little oneers of Snickers where they were all different letters. And I don't eat Snickers, so they were just everywhere. But yeah, they have plenty of those.
Any Skittles, fruity, juicy, fruity, juicy Skittles.
Fruity, delicious Skittles.
Yeah.
Yes. Anyway, that's a different reference. But so this match was a trick or treat fight between one half of the women's tag team champions, Chelsea Green, and Natalya. Natalya dressed as a cat because Natalya. And Chelsea and Piper dressed up as the Hart Foundation. Chelsea, picture perfect as Bret Hart. Piper Niven, absolutely crushing it as Jim the Anvil Neidhart. Who, I'm not sure if you knew this, but Jim the Anvil Neidhart is Natalya's father, her late father. So takes on a bit of weird spookiness.
Is this like isn't he recently passed at this point too?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty recently.
Okay. Yeah, that seems interesting. Okay.
Pretty recently. But Piper has everything down with Anvil's mannerisms, like stroking the beard and doing the laugh, and and with Chelsea being Canadian, all of it just works. All of it just works. And it's a phenomenal match. It's a phenomenal match.
Pumpkins around the ring, candy.
Yep.
There's
candy cane kendo sticks.
Candy cane kendo sticks. I believe there were candy corn. A bag of candy corn was laid out to be slammed into instead of tacks. So let's go. Intern Mac. What did you think of this one?
Every time they got out of the ring, they just kept throwing candy in there, and that cracked me up. Just because, I was expecting them to do something with the candy, but it was just there. I love Piper's chest hair. I love that it looks like someone just like went to a barbershop, swept it up, and just super glued it to her chest.
And just in splotches too, right?
Oh my god! And then at the end, I was waiting for like Nikki's head for her to pop out of the table or anything like that, but she just sat it just sat there and did nothing, which I think added to the creepiness factor 100 times.
And I can't remember what was happening with Nikki at the time, what version of Nikki we were getting to.
She was slowly becoming. This was when everyone was talking about Bray Wyatt forming a new faction.
Oh, so she was doing. Good.
Yeah, because Bray Wyatt was still around, but he was Bray Wyatt. He wasn't the Fiend or anything like that. He was just he was having heartfelt conversations with the crowd and everything. But yeah, this is when everyone was like, "Oh, Nikki Cross is gonna join up with Bray Wyatt."
I think we were just starting to see Uncle Howdy at the time, who now is the leader of the Wyatts in Bray's absence after passing. So yeah, there was so that was a really interesting time there, and I think she was stalking Chelsea maybe at the time too, right?
He was just popping up randomly and just staring off into the middle distance.
I feel like Nikki Cross was in the background of shots for basically a year.
And I believe she even showed up in the Royal Rumble and just stared. Either in a Rumble match or in a ladder match or something. I forget what it was, but she just stared for a while. It was weird.
What's the belt she won and just threw it in the trash?
The 24/7.
Was that how we killed the 247? The 24/7.
Yeah, and she missed the garbage can too. She awkwardly walked right by and just completely missed.
Mac, do you know about the 24/7?
Nope.
Tony, do you know about the 24/7? Would you like to explain the 24/7 championship to Mac?
Sure, yeah. It was quite literally the stupidest belt to ever exist. Basically,
have you seen the Speed Championship?
Well, actually, yeah. Okay, maybe second. Basically, anyone.
Hey, the Speed Championship gives banger matches.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, that's true.
They're short matches, but they are bangers.
Yes. Anyways, Tony, go ahead.
Basically, anyone and any person, wrestling or not involved, can basically win this title at any place. So if you're the champion, you could be in class basically, and someone could come behind you, pin you, and there just happens to be a referee with them, and then the referee counts 1, 2, 3, and they're the champion. So there's been plenty of celebs. I think Snoop Dogg was 24/7 champion at one point. Bad Bunny, yeah.
Gronk.
Basically any celebrity.
Alundra Blaze.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of the 24/7 championship, this will be a future assignment. I found a video online that is 26 minutes long. It is all of R-Truth's 24/7 championship wins.
Yes. And by context,
this will be a future assignment.
So
just something to be prepared for.
An idea of the 24/7 championship. It was active between May of 2019 and November of 2022, and there were 53, maybe 52 recognized. 53 reigns have been recognized by this, and also several reigns may have happened.
I feel like there's more than that.
Yeah, that feels real low.
Feels like there should
real
be more.
low. Sorg, R-Truth has won the thing. Sorg, R-Truth won the thing 30 times.
Sure, but he didn't that's there's a lot of defenses.
Hold on. We have the internet.
You talk about we were talking about the trick or treat match, and it felt like it was
there's way more than 53
turned into a cartoon, right? This was this was a Bugs Bunny cartoon every week. Would just appear between matches, So it's pretty good. People hiding in trash cans and
Nikki Cross has won the belt under 2 different gimmicks.
You could get Potter saying you could get a massage, eating dinner, running away from ninjas, trying to consummate your marriage.
There are 202 recognized champions.
Champions?
Champions.
What am I looking at then?
I don't know what you're looking at, but this is
I'm looking at the Wikipedia. It must be true.
I'm looking at a different Wikipedia. Did you donate, Sorg?
I didn't donate.
Did you get that Wikipedia where you didn't donate? It's a shame.
Sure
By the way, there's also. Do you guys remember Joseph Average?
No.
Rick Boogs' persona in Old Spice ad beat R-Truth during an Old Spice ad.
Oh God. EC3 was a 24/7 champion.
Oh, sure he was. Doug Flutie was a champion.
Listen,
Peter
I
Rosenberg.
always threaten to get EC3 on, and that's how I'm going to get on. I was like, listen, I want you on here. I just want to talk about Impact Wrestling and your 24/7 championship, right?
Next time we get Lunchbox on here, can I just give him people's names and he'll have to tell me if they were or were not 24/7 champion.
Maria Kanellis won in here.
Also, this list of 24/7 champions may come back during Mayhem Mania.
Oh my God! Wait, yeah.
I'm throwing that out there because my word, there's some options.
EC3 is a multi-time champion.
Yeah,
actually.
Of course he is.
I'm seeing at least 4. Kyle Busch, the NASCAR race car driver, had the 24/7 championship.
Sure is. All right,
Santa Claus.
Pop quiz, hot shot. Who's the first 24/7 champion?
I saw it, so I will not say.
Riz, do you remember? T-Pop?
For some reason, I want to say it was Titus O'Neil.
Was Titus O'Neil.
Okay.
Ding, 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 ding,
Yeah.
ding.
So I remember Mick Foley just dropping the belt in the ring.
He just threw the belt in the ring.
Have at it. Someone get it.
Get it, Hoss.
Rob Gronk.
One of the
Gronk was a champion.
Gronk was champion.
Corey Graves, his return to wrestling was a 24/7 champion.
Oh.
Can I say the best 24/7 title change was probably R-Truth pinning Drake Maverick at his wedding, and then Drake Maverick when he's basically naked in bed during his honeymoon. Probably the best.
I'm gonna say the best 24/7 title change was a pregnant Maria losing to her husband during an ultrasound of their child.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
I'm gonna go there because that
OBGYN,
also has a friend at the show in that segment.
Oh, is that when Badger was in there?
No, Lady Fro. Oh, yeah. Wait, was it Badger?
Yeah, Badger was like the ultrasound nurse, right? That called her in
Yes.
from the waiting room.
Yeah.
That was Mac, the person we're talking about. Remember when they came out during the announcements and there was the girl on the phone?
Yes.
That was the one that was in the segment we're talking about on WWE. So she was just there as an extra. But yeah, she got a pretty, because we were there and I'm just like, I know, like you didn't see her face. I don't think
that voice,
but you knew the voice.
Her face was there.
It was there.
Okay. I remember looking it up for her afterwards.
Okay, I think she was in like the next segment or something. Like she popped up and like for the call in or something, right?
Yes.
So
Angel Garza won the belt on TikTok.
This is definitely a championship of its time. I'm still going through this list trying to remember these people. It's crazy. I would love.
Gobbledygooker won on the Survivor Series kickoff of 2020.
You know, looking at where a lot of these guys are that were part of this, you could do a banger independent show with everybody that's not in WWE.
I'm telling you, this list of people is coming back in Mayhem Mania.
So,
do you guys remember the pick a card?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, brother,
pick a 247 champion.
Now,
pick your 24/7 champion.
Are we talking about Kane or Glenn Jacobs?
Yeah, because I want to notice Mayor Glenn Jacobs is on this list, not Kane.
Mayor Glenn Jacobs. Also, God help the person who has to book Marshmallow.
Oh, yeah,
I forgot Marshmallow was in it.
Yep.
But
Maria's unborn baby is part of this.
Yep. Technically, Maria and her child held the belt at the same time.
There you go.
Technically,
I think that's how that works.
That's not how it works. So we have that 24/7 part down pat here.
One of these locations, R-Truth won the belt 39,000 feet above the Red Sea.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, he did beat Jinder Mahal on an airplane, didn't he?
Jinder was sleeping on a flight to Saudi Arabia. Oh God.
That
we
belt
need to get
gets
a hard-
shit on,
we-
but what the fuck? It's the greatest thing.
What a time.
We do need to
You
get.
know what I want?
Hold on, wait, we got. Please let Riz finish his sentence. He's been working on the last 5 minutes.
Riz. Yes, sorry.
I know we're excited, but
One of the things I kind of want to, I kind of want to see Mac's reaction to, is kind of similar to the 24/7 championship. There was the match at like one of those fun
Funland?
zones.
Yeah.
Yeah, with Crash Holly and I believe it was one of the.
It was Crash Holly and the Headbangers.
And the both of the Headbangers. That's right.
Yeah.
And yeah, I want his reaction.
oh, is that the because we did this with the
With the
hardcore
slide. With the slide.
You're talking about the hardcore championship at the time, right?
Yes.
Because at the time it did have a 24/7 rule. I remember the time where there were 25 champions during one match at WrestleMania.
Oh, I love that match.
Well, yeah. So
It's amazing. That should be a work.
and that match has a botched ending too, which is even funnier.
And for
Even
some reason,
funnier.
my favorite part is for some reason Pete Gas is bleeding like incredibly too much.
He got
He
busted open
he
real
was so
bad.
happy he won the title for like 5 seconds, and his camera cuts to him pouring down blood.
All right, so guys, if I could, I want a World War III style pay-per-view. One ring has all the 24/7 champions. The other ring has all the hardcore champions.
Well, that's not fair because they're all
some of them
ECW
are-
guys that are not doing well right now.
Yeah.
Sorg,
some of
I
them
don't
aren't
care. Also,
here.
the Undertaker would be in the hardcore title one.
That is true too. Okay, yeah.
The Undertaker, Jeff Hardy, throw them all in. Throw them all in. Victoria, R-Truth would be in both rings. He'd be in as K Quick, and he'd be in as Ron Killings and all that stuff. Like, just do it all. Just do it all. Now I'm gonna look up a list of hardcore champions.
On that note, Mac, do you have anything to add there before we move on? You've just got a lot of information.
Well, what'd you think of the actual match?
Yeah.
Yeah, we kind of just went on a
Yeah.
tangent there.
The match was fun. It was as Halloweeny as I was expecting it to be, in which there's candy and costumes, and that was really it. I don't know, but now I feel like 24/7 champ and a WWE wrestler or a WWE ref would be a pretty good Halloween costume. I'll just start going up to people at parties and challenging them like on the spot and see what happens.
Now you're getting the spirit of this. I like this. Tony, I think we've converted them.
Yeah, I mean
Did
that's that was the hope. You know?
Yes. Now you guys are going to start a wrestling club at Pitt.
Oh yeah.
And it'll be just like, we see all those videos from that high school that does that. And like, what was that, New York or Brooklyn or something like that? So, actually, no, there is a wrestling club at Pitt. At Pitt, Greensburg. They do the Pit Fight shows.
Oh, what? I didn't even know that.
Yeah, we film them, actually. There's a crew. The one kid was a son of QB Blitz, is a wrestler from the area, and it's on our IndieWrestling.us, and it's in the gymnasium out there in Greensburg.
No way.
So and basically it's a club. I don't know if you guys, it's a satellite pit, so I don't know if you guys can get involved with it if you should choose. But basically the club puts together a wrestling show. And 2PW actually helps them with that because they're licensed their ring and stuff like that, and kind of help them through that. So that's actually, wearing the hat of the promoter right now, actually, of 2PW. Something for you guys to look into.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
Bring them back around, So, anyways, where are we at with things? Speaking of,
Steve Blackman has held the hardcore champion the longest.
that makes sense. That actually makes sense. So
Who would want to
Yeah,
take the belt from
because
Steve
he's
Blackman?
always carrying weapons. That's because
Yeah.
he is one. Ow.
He is the walking weapon.
No, lethal weapon.
Lethal weapon.
Walking weapon, I believe, is Josh Alexander.
That's true. Yeah, you're right.
anyways, thank you for that. And the next one we are going to do for next week, Sting Squadron versus the Dangerous Alliance from a War Games match from Fall Brawl that year, right, or something. So I watched it today. It's kind of fun.
Sting Squadron versus Dangerous. I'm trying to remember who was in that.
Well, you can catch up with it. In the meantime, give a shout to our friends at Slice on Broadway, Beachview, Carnegie, East End, so many places, helping feeding us, supporting Pittsburgh podcasting with the perfect pepperoni pizza. Thank you so much to the guys for supporting the show. SliceOnBroadway.com. Give them a shout out and thank them for supporting the Wrestling Mayhem show. And also a reminder, a lot of stuff going on here. We had a food drive a couple weeks ago. We're still technically continuing it, but of course, if you're not here in the Pittsburgh area, and support your own food bank in your area, whatever that may be. PittsburghFoodBank.org, I believe, is the thing. It just went away, so I'll hit it again. So right there on screen if you're with us, and help support. We're going to the holidays, and of course things are different and weird, and who knows what's going on with things. So thank you everybody that did donate. We had 307 pounds of food from 880 Wrestling on Devil's Night. So that was really, really cool. They were really excited to see us when we brought that in. So very cool. And we're going to continue doing that here through the season. So support them, and so they can support those in your community. So let's find out what you learned from wrestling this week. I had the wrestle feels because we took a trip to Niagara Falls because we realized Niagara Falls is not far away from Pittsburgh actually for a little weekend visit. And I was reminiscing about, and I was thinking about this a couple weeks ago because of being up there recently. I remember going in the 2000s, and I feel like we brought this up maybe a couple weeks ago. And then I started seeing videos about it on YouTube that was really kind of hitting me with the feels on that. So I don't know if you remember, there used to be a WWE Niagara Falls that was right there on Clifton Hill. Clifton's kind of like that mini Vegas-y wax museum crazy hill that's over by Niagara Falls, not too far away from the Mist. And this was like around that era when they did WWE New York. I know, Mad Mike, you're very familiar with the Times Square facility that they had there, right? It was a store. They had an event space. They had signings there. I was never there when they had anybody important or anything like that. But also on the roof, maybe the most interesting. Let me see if I can grab a screen grab of that
wall,
here.
Brother?
What's that?
Is it the wall?
It's the pile driver.
They had the pile driver drop ride on the roof. This is also up the street is the roller coaster on top of the Burger King, right? So with Frankenstein. So you got that. I sadly I never got a chance to ride it. Right now it's a Niagara Brewing Company facility. So, but it was kind of a nice memory and surprise going up there to see. So that was my bit of wrestling nostalgia as we walked around up there. So Niagara Falls is someplace I went a bit when I was younger, mostly in our teenage years, because we were in high school and realized that we could go across the border and nobody could stop us. So we would often be there on like a Friday or Saturday night and get off of work and be like, you want to go to Niagara Falls? And our friend who would love to drive around and eventually became a trucker actually, and has been to about every state in the country and Canada maybe, would drive, and we would go up and back and see the falls for 10 minutes and come back. It was some good times. Oh, when we were young. Because I was even closer because I was up north of here. So it was only like less than 3 hours away, I think, for us at the time. Especially in the middle of the night when there's no traffic is tremendous. So we did that several times, and it's a nice throwback to be able to go back up there. So anyways, what did you learn, Mike?
I learned that AEW is going to show us that ladies can bleed too.
Yes, Blood and Guts is tomorrow or tonight, depending on when you're listening to this.
It's going to be a weird Dynamite. Because right now, their match card is listed 2 Blood and Guts matches and a Falls Count Anywhere match. So if you're one of those people who are squeamish about pro wrestling, tomorrow night may not be for you.
Mm-hmm.
Because there are some crazy people in those matches, and they're going to do some insane stuff. And I don't like that the Blood and Guts matches are never for anything.
Mm-hmm.
But they're always interesting to watch.
Can you tell me who's the last man standing match?
Hangman and Powerhouse Hobbs. Powerhouse.
Interesting. Okay.
Well, because they're building to him.
Yeah, they're building to him and Joe. That's part of that faction and everything. So, from the chat room, let me throw this in here. And Pawner says he learned that Mercedes has a new #1 PWI women's wrestler. Our new title as #1 PWI women's wrestler. I'm assuming she's making the belt out of the cover. One of the half naked guys that holds the belts is just going to hold the magazine up. I think is going to be the thing. So that would be cool. So there you go. It makes sense. I mean, she's been doing a bit and all around. So in different matches and things. So I think that's pretty cool. T-Pop, what'd you learn?
Okay, well, I learned because I've been watching a lot of AAA since the WWE and all that come together. Mm-hmm. I learned we could be seeing the return of a legendary AAA faction because there's been some tension between Los Garzas, Berto, and Angel, and they put up a promo the other day where a mystery box was outside their door, and then they opened it, and there's a shirt in it, and people online are speculating that it is the Perros del Mal t-shirt. So they could be starting a new faction there since Santos Escobar hasn't been around.
So can you fill us in on the history of that we would, might not be familiar with?
Well, I'm not too familiar with it. I know from that Perro Aguirre Jr. was the one who was like the leader of it for so many years. Hector Garza, who's obviously related to Berto and Angel, was in that group. Perro Aguirre was the wrestler who tragically died in 2015 in the ring in a match with Rey Mysterio.
Oh, yeah.
And the faction's kind of just been like all over the place since then, where it's just like they like phased it out. But then like Pentagon, I think he was in it. And like they would take it to like different indies where they would just be wearing the shirts, but it wasn't like a thing. So
like
I'm a little worried though that it's gonna lead to like a breakup between them because they're doing a thing where Angel's upset at Berto because they're not on the same page. They keep losing. So I hope they don't break up and they just form the group together because I really like those two as a team. But I also wouldn't hate the idea of like Angel getting a big push by himself. So
could be interesting. No, looking forward to that for sure. I wish we could watch AAA a little easier, honestly, because it doesn't seem like
it is a nightmare to try to keep up with it. Because like, if you follow their YouTube, they'll put up. So they did Heroes Immortales, which was I think 2 weeks ago. Maybe 3. That was when Dragon Lee challenged Dom for the title. But the way they do it is like the last like 4 matches I think were on the show. And then like 3 weeks later they'd put up, oh, here's the first half of that show. But in between that they had the Ethan Page and Chelsea Green winning the mixed titles. They had a whole show there. And then that's the only match that's online. But then in between that, they put up another show that was like 3 months ago. Where they're like, oh, we never put this part of the show up, so we're going to put it online now. Because I thought it was that show, and I started watching it, realizing it was like from September.
How are they worse now than when they were on their own and on Triller TV? Like it was like they were actually doing really good. A lot of the shows were on there on pay-per-view or on YouTube. Joe Dombrowski was a big part of that announced team that we know here from Pittsburgh. So I thought WWE would have smoothed this over, and then we've had opportunities, and we see a lot happening, and the belts are on our shows and everything. But still, it's just like, hey, man, make this accessible. And maybe there's a plan, and they just haven't executed. But it seems with the resources of TKO, why haven't we done more with this?
I don't understand. Like, for me, what I'm into in wrestling right now, like AAA is like the thing that I'm most into of like the mainstream stuff, because like it's just real fun to watch it. But it is so hard to just keep up with everything, because even I think in November they got 2 shows coming up. One of them is when Grande Americana is fighting Vikingo, and then I think a week after that is when the tag match is happening that they set up of Grande and Dominic versus Dragon Lee and Vikingo.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully they start getting it better, because I know the December 20th show is Ethan Page versus El Hijo del Dr. Wagner Jr., or whatever his name is.
No, you got all the words, I think.
Okay. They make it harder and harder every time.
Mm-hmm.
But that's for the Latin American title. And there's rumors that Penta and Phoenix are reuniting on that show.
At least that name is, what was that name earlier, Riz, before, on the pre-show? We were talking Rich Richardson III. Riz?
Robert Robertson III.
Robert Robertson III. That's right. Riz, what'd you learn?
I learned that I actually learned this just today because my friend actually posted this. I learned that if there was one place that I would love a wrestling event in, it would be in a library. Not because of the match, not because of the matches, not because of the ambiance, but because of the seats. The padded seats at a library are probably one of the comfiest seats you can sit at for a long period of time. So if you're sitting having those seats at a sporting event, a wrestling event like that, would be fun. Just want to point that out there.
And of course, you're talking about the West Coast Pro Show,
yes.
Where they did this. And this is not the first wrestling show I've seen in library on social media. So
look at the seats, Sorg, and tell me
they
you
look
won't
comfy.
be comfortable.
They look really comfy, actually. I want this, but the wrestling show needs to be done in the manner of that one. Remember the one that was on a con, and they said that the wrestling was too loud for the rest of the con. So they started to do, I think they called it a library match, where all the moves had to be quiet. They couldn't take any bumps. And when somebody got loud, like the crowd didn't clap or cheer, but they shushed in unison, like shh, 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 like stuff like that, right? Instead of clapping, right? They would do that cadence with that. So that's the only way you can do this, I think. So, anyways,
reminds me of the MTV show Silent Library.
I do not know that, but interesting.
Oh, that was an
show.
interesting show.
Yeah. Yes.
Add
Also,
add some WB people in it too.
add that to my list of I didn't know early 2000s Nickelodeon or late 90s.
It was not Nickelodeon, Sorg.
MTV.
No, add that to the list. I mean,
how dare you?
Add that to the
We
list.
should eventually.
I didn't
we
say-
should eventually come up with some assignments of WWE wrestlers on game shows.
Yeah, that could be good too.
Yeah, that would be. Let's see.
Hold on,
it would
before.
be,
Go ahead.
I'm good. Go ahead. You
I was moving before I forget something. Tony, what'd you learn from wrestling this week?
I feel like I learn this now every week I watch Raw, but I'm not sure why AJ Styles and Dragon Lee are the Raw Tag Team Champions, and I always forget it until I see them backstage with the titles, and I'm like, wait, they're champions?
I feel the same way about most women's championships. Honestly, like it's hard to kind of keep up until it's like, okay, we were kind of established for a little bit.
Chelsea is not going to let you forget who the women's US title is.
That is true. Okay. Mac, what'd you learn?
If I said everything that I ever learned, we'd be here for an hour. But all I've been thinking about this entire time has been Carnegie Natural History Museum does 21 plus events after hours.
Yes.
So surely we could get the Carnegie Library and do a wrestling match.
Actually, somebody has. Nobody knows about this because I don't think it was promoted well.
No, it wasn't.
But there's a local promotion out of Uniontown that had a match. You know that like courtyardish, steppy area in the middle outside?
Yeah.
That's where they had it. The thing is, like, they did this, and like I remember just seeing the pictures and be like, why the fuck did I not know about this? Because I would have gone, right? And I don't even work for that promotion anymore. But I would have gone to witness, like, I want to see wrestling at the library. So we know, and wait a minute. The museum is connected to the fucking library. Oh my God, Mac, you cracked the fucking code.
We can have them go through like the art, like from the art museum through the natural history all the way to the library and just hit all the stops.
I'm with you, but with you, but the main event, this entire thing, I think we're missing the big one here. Because and I'm trying to remember if there's space in there for it, but you know where the ring needs to go? In the dinosaur room.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely. And Beastman's booked. And Beastman is booked and wants the bone. And it's Beastman. Beastman is actually the bad guy. He wants the bone. The match is for access to the dinosaur bones. And I don't know who is the defender of the dinosaur bones. We can figure that out. I should not be saying this out loud in public because this is a great idea somebody's going to take. Mac just became a booker.
Okay.
Yep. We're here.
In Mayhem Professional Wrestling, live from the Carnegie Museum of Pittsburgh.
So. Look at us. It's Carnegie.
I was waiting for that, Mike. Thank you.
It's Carnegie.
Well, Missy went to the Carnegie Music Hall in Homestead to see.
That place doesn't exist. I'm glad she went to the Carnegie Homestead.
The Carnegie Music Hall to see Princess Bride and the
guy.
George,
this is why
Newman.
People in diners think you have an accent.
Listen, I was very drunk and it was 4 a.m, and I don't have the accent. You have the accent. Anyways, okay, sidebar.
That's a real deep cut reference.
Sidebar from like 15 years ago, from way too many fish
that
bowls.
diner doesn't exist anymore.
Oh, really? I'm sure a lot of things don't exist.
Very sad
anymore.
To me. Very
sad. What? Shit, I forgot where I was going with that. Anyways, I had a sidebar, but that's enough for right now. I think we got everybody. Speak up if you speak now or forever hold what you learned. Anyways, thank you everybody for T-Pop. Thanks for dropping in.
Well, thanks for having me.
Always good to get
Happy
some different voices.
Anytime I can.
Always good to get some different voices on the show, of course. And of course, thank you, the interns. Let's hear it for the interns. Yay! Yay! And of course, Mad Mike and the Riz. Riz has been playing games at Riz Plays Games on Twitch. So go check that.
You'll find me somewhere else. I think tomorrow and Thursday I will be doing some stuff on Maestria Nord.
On what?
It's a Twitch thing.
Okay.
I will be playing a vampire one day and a turtle the next day. And then Friday, you may be seeing me on Riz Plays Games playing Dispatch.
There you go.
The two episode finale of Dispatch.
Will
not wreck me.
Just reading the previews from the Wikipedia page I was pulling up. I was like, it looks really interesting, actually. So
it's fun.
Yes. Again, Top Rope Tabletop will be this Friday on Indie Wrestling Network feeds, including YouTube for free. And Thursday night will be 880 Wrestling. And, of course, Saturday will be RWA's open season. Neo Pro Wrestling also has a show, Endgame, out in Canton, Ohio. Keep an eye out. They're also running a food drive. So if you're in that area, please go check that out and support that if you can. And there might be another announcement coming out from Neo Pro. The card's looking really interesting, so keep an eye out for that. And of course, RWA always has a crazy fun show and a lot of matches. So go, check out any of those things on IndieWrestling.us or in person pick up tickets as well. So and if you're not in those areas, a lot of wrestling's happening all over the place. So please support Indie Wrestling wherever you are. Tune into IndieWrestling.us YouTube and Twitch page. We run a 24/7 feed when we're not doing shows and using the studio computer that the T-Pop's sitting on right now. And there's been a lot of fun stuff in there, including the pit fight stuff from the last year or two is a part of that too. So a lot of really cool matches that have been a part of that. So thank you, everybody. Thank you, Mayhem Universe. Until next time, Mayhem out.
Just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Don't give up what you want, take it back. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Do what you
This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at sorgatronmedia.com.